CinemaSins is insipid, poorly thought out sludge. It is a maggot on the corpse of the idea that YouTube is a place for genuine film criticism. They exude an almost avant-garde level of failure to understand the basics of humor, the mechanisms behind filmmaking, and most importantly, how to make videos that don't suck major dick. One of the things that never made sense to me about the rubbish criticism CinemaSins would make is that they would complain about how long the credits are. It's absolutely baffling to say, fuck you! How dare so many people give a shit about this movie. Also, despite them being an actual content mill and producing so many videos so many quickly, their audio is still dog shit. Not merely because of the somehow bad mic quality for a channel as big as them, but also Jeremy CinemaSins' incredible lack of talent for narration. Something that I find very interesting about their videos is that if they can't find a problem with a movie, they'll just make some shit up.
Although there are no windows that are open that a baseball could be thrown out of without breaking glass, that's exactly what happens. Sure, maybe there's a hidden window in this shot, but considering the ball's flight path relative to the yard where the detectives are walking, yeah, I'm going a long way for this sin.
The bulk of Knives Out was filmed in a single, real mansion. In the shot Jeremy is talking about, the window or door the baseball moves through is obscured when Don Johnson throws it. Like he said, I considered the ball's arc, and you can see that it acts perfectly in line with it being thrown from the location shown. I don't know whether this shot is actually from Don Johnson throwing it or just an underpaid intern, but it wouldn't make any difference either way. This movie is extremely polished and well made, and thus has very few identifiable flaws, at least to talentless hacks like these. My guess is that they originally thought they had a point and then realized it didn't make sense and then phoned in the "I'm going a long way for this sin" to distract the viewer. Usually they would explain the sin in abhorrent detail. It's an incredibly deceitful thing to do if you think about it for more than 2 seconds. They're just fabricating a flaw with a movie and saying it in earnest. They like money much more than they like movies. Their usual response to criticism they receive is, oh, it's just a joke, but this is not the kind of thing that people who actually like movies do. I just really do not get the point of these videos. It's clearly not for comedy because they are incapable of making any particularly good jokes. So we're left with the inevitable motivation of cash. These people do not give a shit about their craft. They upload constant helpings of slot for people to look at and think, wow, I watched this movie. Or maybe they'll just use it as an alternative. I do think their use of movies is fair because they provide criticism and commentary, even though it's snide, asinine, and vacuous. Lee CinemaWins is the opposite of this. The points are sound, narrated as if he actually gives a shit, and reflect a profound passion for movies that is honestly awe-inspiring. The level of Chad energy that this channel has is enough to vaporize the very essence of CinemaSins as a concept. Lee CinemaWins has the gall to say, movies are good, actually, and we applaud. When he says that he loves a movie, you believe him. He does not make up shit to say about the movie because he can actually write. His talent for film analysis and criticism is self-evident. Hokey though the narration may be at times, he's still much funnier, much more insightful, and more importantly, much more entertaining. He does his fucking research, points out interesting tidbits about movies, and has an infectious positive energy that reminds us why we love films. Like, wow, this guy gives a shit about movies, and he wants to share his passion for it with the world. Do not let CinemaSins dumb down your media analysis. You, yes you, are smart enough to know that this shit is bad. Watch things that actually have something to say. Be like Lee.